I have never met a sports card collector or investor who was happy with their first submission to PSA. So if I am speaking to you, you are not alone. Please don't misunderstand me. I am thankful for PSA. PSA and other grading companies have allowed investors to get into the sports card market with some assurances. They are a huge part of the growth of the hobby. They provide a valuable service to all of us. We sincerely appreciate PSA and all of the grading services, but that doesn't make the grading process any less frustrating. When I really think about it, calling the entire grading process frustrating is an understatement. So let's review how PSA grades cards according to their official documentation. A PSA Gem Mint 10 card is a virtually perfect card. Attributes include 4 perfectly sharp corners, sharp focus, and full original gloss. A PSA Gem Mint 10 card must be free of staining of any kind, but an allowance may be made for a slight printing imperfection if it doesn't impair the overall appeal of the card. The image must be centered on the card within a tolerance not to exceed approximately 55 to 45 to 60 to 40% on the front and 75 to 25% on the reverse. A PSA Mint 9 is a superb condition card that exhibits only one of the following minor flaws: a very slight wax stain on reverse, a minor printing imperfection, or slightly off-white borders. Centering must be approximately 60 to 40 to 65 to 35 or better on the front and 90 to 10 or better on the reverse. MMT8, Near Mint Mint. A PSA NMMT8 is a super high-end card that appears Mint 9 at first glance, but upon closer inspection the card can exhibit the following: a very slight wax stain on reverse, slightest fraying at 1 or 2 corners, a minor printing imperfection, and/or slightly off-white borders. Centering must be approximately 65 to 35 to 70 to 30 or better on the front, and 90 to 10 or better on the reverse. A PSA NM7 is a card with just a slight surface wear visible upon close inspection. There may be slight fraying on some corners. Picture focus may be slightly out of register. A minor printing blemish is acceptable. Slight wax staining is acceptable on the back of the card only. Most of the original gloss is retained. Centering must be approximately 70 to 30 to 75 to 25 or better on the front, and 90 to 10 or better on the back. A PSA XMT6 card may have visible surface wear or a printing defect, which does not detract from its overall appeal. A very light scratch may be detected only upon close inspection. Corners may have slightly graduated fraying. Picture focus may be slightly out of register. The card may show some loss of original gloss, may have minor wax stain on reverse, may exhibit very slight notching on edges, and may also show some off-whiteness on borders. Centering must be 80-20 or better on the front and 90-10 or better on the reverse. On PSA X5 cards, very minor rounding of the corners is becoming evident. Surface wear or printing defects are more visible. There may be minor chipping on edges. Loss of original gloss will be more apparent. Focus of picture may be slightly out of register. Several light scratches may be visible upon close inspection, but do not detract from the appeal of the card. The card may show some off-whiteness of borders. Centering must be 85-15 or better on the front and 90-10 or better on the back. A PSA VGX. 4 cards' corners may be slightly rounded. Surface wear is noticeable but modest. The card may have light scuffing or light scratches. Some original gloss will be retained. Borders may be slightly off-white. A light crease may be visible. Centering must be 85-15 or better on the front and 90-10 or better on the back. A PSA VG3 card reveals some rounding of the corners, though not extreme. Some surface wear will be apparent, along with possible light scuffing or light scratches. Focus may be somewhat off-register and edges may exhibit noticeable wear. Much, but not all, of the card's original gloss will be lost. Borders may be somewhat yellowed and/or discolored. A crease may be visible. Printing defects are possible. Slight stain may show on obverse, and wax staining on reverse may be more prominent. Centering must be 90-10 or better on the front and back. A PSA Good 2 card's corners show accelerated rounding and surface wear starting to become obvious. A good card may have scratching, scuffing, light staining, or chipping of enamel on obverse. There may be several creases. Original gloss may be completely absent. Card may show considerable discoloration. Centering must 90-10 or better on the front and back. FR 1.5 Fair. A PSA Fair 1.5 card's corners will show extreme wear, possibly affecting framing of the picture. The surface of the card will show advanced stages of wear, including scuffing, scratching, pitting, chipping, and staining. The picture will possibly be quite out of register and the borders may have become brown and dirty. The card may have one or more heavy creases. In order to achieve a fair grade, a card must be fully intact. Even though the card may be heavily worn, it cannot achieve this grade if it is missing solid pieces of the card as a result of a major tear, etc. This would include damage such as the removal of the back layer of the card or an entire corner. The centering must be approximately 90-10 or better on the front and back. A PSA Poor 1 will exhibit many of the same qualities of a PSA Fair 1.5, but the defects may have advanced to such a serious stage that the eye appeal of the card has nearly vanished in its entirety. A poor card may be missing one or two small pieces, exhibit major creasing that nearly breaks through all the layers of cardboard, or it may contain extreme discoloration or dirtiness throughout that may make it difficult to identify the issue or content of the card on either the front or back. A card of this nature may also show noticeable warping or another type of destructive defect. The truth is you can memorize all of this, but that doesn't mean that make the process any easier. Personally, I cannot tell you if a card will grade a PSA 3 or a PSA 5. Distinguishing between what will grade a 10 versus a 9, if I am honest, I have no idea. Like you, I have sent cards for grading the look like gem mints to me, but have come back 9s, and a couple even 8s. It is what it is. And let's face it, everyone can have a bad day, even card graders. If you are new to the hobby, my suggestion is to get a second opinion from an experienced collector before submitting your cards to be graded. Check with card shops in your area. Some may offer a pre-grading service that will ultimately save you money in the long run. We hope this information has given you a clearer perspective on the PSA card grading guidelines. If you found this information valuable, we would appreciate you clicking the like button and consider subscribing to this channel. This was brought to you by CMG Sports Card Investments. You can check out additional articles along with tips and tricks on grading sports cards on our website at cmgsportscardinvestments.com. We hope you will visit our website and register for our card investment updates. Until our next video, enjoy your collection.